The Whispering Drum. At the very edge of a wide and ancient forest, where the tall trees whispered secrets to the wind, there was a small village. Life in this village was simple, but it was also hard. In one of the humblest huts lived a widow named Nnena and her only son, Chike. Their hut was no more than mud walls and a roof of thatch. Their meals were often thin porridge or roasted yam when fortune smiled. Yet even in their poverty, their bond was strong, and their laughter, though rare, was genuine. Every morning, Chike would rise before the sun, fetch water from the stream, and help his mother tend the little patch of garden they owned. But no matter how hard they worked, it was never enough. Some nights, they went to bed with nothing but hope to fill their stomachs. One evening, after a long day of searching for firewood, Chike wandered further than he ever had before. The moon was rising, spreading silver light across the riverbank. As he stooped to drink from the water, something caught his eye. Half buried in the sand was an old drum. Its skin shimmered faintly, as though the moon itself had stitched light into it. Chike's heart thudded. Who had left such a treasure here? He reached out with trembling fingers and struck it once. Dum. The sound rolled through the forest like distant thunder. Birds scattered from the trees, and the river rippled as if stirred by unseen hands. Then came a whisper, soft but clear, as though the drum itself breathed words. Beat me with truth, and I will give abundance. Beat me with lies, and I will bring ruin. Chike stumbled backwards, his mouth dry. But curiosity was stronger than fear. Carefully, he lifted the drum and carried it home. When he showed his mother, Nnena gasped, "Child, such things are dangerous. Leave it where you found it. Nothing that speaks from the dark can bring peace." But hunger gnawed at their stomachs, and hunger has a way of silencing caution. The next morning, when the sun crept into their hut, Chike set the drum before him. His hands shook as he tapped it gently and whispered, "I am hungry." The drum rumbled deep and low. Before their astonished eyes, clay bowls appeared, steaming rice, yam in spicy stew, roasted fish glistening with oil. Nnena covered her mouth in shock. Chike laughed in disbelief. "Mama, it works!" Together they ate until their bellies were full, tears rolling down their cheeks. For the first time in months, they slept with satisfaction rather than hunger. But secrets in a village are like smoke. No matter how tightly you cup your hands, they slip through. Word spread quickly. Neighbors came crowding at their door, begging to see the miracle. At first, the people were cautious. A tired farmer, bent from labor, tapped the drum and said, "I am weary." The drum answered with a gentle rhythm. A melody rose, soft and sweet, and the man felt his aches lift from his body like feathers on the wind. He stood tall, tears filling his eyes. Another woman, her throat dry from the long walk from the stream, tapped the drum and whispered, "I need water." The drum rumbled, and a clay jar appeared at her feet, filled with cool, clear water that sparkled in the sun. The villagers gasped and clapped. Surely this was a gift from the ancestors. But where blessings gather, greed is never far. One man, whose barns were already stuffed with yam, approached the drum with sly eyes. He struck it and lied, "I have no food." The drum growled. Its skin turned dark. Suddenly, thunder cracked overhead, and the man's barns collapsed into piles of dust. The villagers screamed and scattered. The man fell to his knees, weeping. Still another villager, puffed with pride, boasted before striking the drum, "I am the kindest man alive." The drum roared like a storm. His tongue swelled in his mouth, and though he tried to shout, no words came out. The people watched in horror. The drum could not be tricked. It saw past lips. It judged the heart. From that day, some villagers dared not go near it again. Others, trembling with both fear and desire, whispered among themselves, "How much truth do I carry, and how many lies?" One day, the village chief arrived. He was tall and proud, draped in gold necklaces and fine clothes of purple cloth. He carried himself like a king, though his people knew him to be cruel. Still, he hid his wickedness behind polished words and a practiced smile. He looked at the drum and sneered, "Such power does not belong to the hands of peasants. I am the leader of this village. Surely it belongs to me." Raising his chin, he declared loudly for all to hear, "I am a just and honest man. This drum recognizes my greatness." With arrogance, he struck it. Doom! The drum skin darkened. The ground beneath their feet trembled. Its voice thundered louder than before. "You speak lies." The villagers gasped as the chief's gold crumbled into sand. His fine robes tore and withered like dry leaves. When he tried to shout, only a croak emerged from his throat. Humiliated, he fled into the forest, never to return. From that day, the people of the village treated the drum with reverence. They approached it only with humility and only when their needs were true. They had learned that lies may dazzle for a time, but truth endures forever. As the years passed, Chike grew into a wise young man. Children gathered at his feet, eager for his stories. He would point to the drum and say, "Honesty is wealth greater than gold. The drum does not listen to your lips, but to your heart." The drum continued to whisper softly through the seasons, but Chike struck it rarely, only when the village truly needed help. And so, the widow's hut that once knew hunger became a place of wisdom, and the boy who once wandered hungry at the river became a man whose name lived in every story of truth. The moral of the story is that truth may be heavy to carry, but lies will always betray you. Thank you for listening to this story on Tales by Easy. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Share this video with friends and family, and join us again for more captivating folk tales filled with wisdom and wonder.